What's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and I felt like I ain't get y'all a video yet. One's loading up that's gonna be epic. Trust me, epic. Freak. This dude thing we doing. You just can't turn out in the lane on me. Well, it's gonna be epic. Trust me, epic video all together. And this is Karceno Hood Stories. What we at, volume 29. And you want to hear it? Here it go. We're in, forgot where we were at. We're in the mall, me and my buddies. And he's a gangster disciple. And, you know, that's going to play an effect here in this storyline. But he's also military. So when he comes home, you know, he back to being a gangster disciple. So anyway, when you hanging out with me, all that stuff is put to rest. We at the mall, we chilling, we run into some girls he used to date. And she got a friend, and he wants me to jump on the grenade. Now, I'm not jumping on the grenade for this friend, because I don't like her one iota. So I'm like, look, I don't like this chick. I talked to her, but this chick lied on me before, and I don't like dealing with a chick like that. So this chick made a whole bunch of lies up about me, and she didn't even know me. So I was like, this is her right here, I know her. And he was like, man, look, skip all that. Who cares? I get the score. I've been going all this time. So I'm like, all right, man. Look, I'll hook this up. I entertain it, and I just sit with her and talk to her. And no matter what I say to this woman, you cannot get away. She would definitely, I could have told her, look, I murdered 3 people. That's okay. You know, we all have bad times. I'm mentally insane. That's okay. I can heal you and get you back on track. Nothing I could say would turn this woman away. So she just wouldn't go anywhere. So I'm sitting there talking, trying to get him to go through the day. Long story short, he hit. And the next day, he wants to go back because the girl's like, yeah, we're going to go hang out tonight. And we all going to hang out. She got a shorty. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to be bothered with that girl again. So I'm like, her friend don't get home or off work or whatever's going on. That's not happening till later. So this is what we need to do. Let's go ahead and pick her up early and just take her with us, you know, so that way you ain't gotta wait till tonight. You already have her with you. But she got her shorty, and her friend, no, she gonna have the shorty anyway. Just pick the shorty up and bring them with us. Pick her up with the baby, and she got her baby with her. I'm like, bring her out with us. You can have one of the girls up there watching the kid. So he's like, bet. So, you know, he thirsty like that too. He come out, you know, he been in the military, gone for all that time. He come home hitting everything moving. So he come back, we go pick a girl up. He driving my car. He's like, let me drive. I'm like, oh yeah, you drive, man. I drive all the time. So I'm in the passenger seat. He driving to pick her up. He get her. She get the baby. She's all excited. And I'm like, look. She get in the back seat with her baby. Man, she's all excited. She finna spend time with him and all this stuff. And we're going to hang out, you know, meet up with the rest of our buddies. And on our way there, you know, he's driving. And I'm like, it's another day for me. And he's like, the car in front of me, like, I know that car. I don't know where, but I know that car. I'm like, car's a car, you know, it's a popular car. And everywhere we turn, like we put the signal on to turn, they put the signal on in front of us to turn. He's like, man, this car is turning everywhere we turning. I know this car. I'm like, well, maybe it's somebody we know, and we'll find out when we get there. And sure enough, we get to where we finna go, and I see one of our other homies, he's sitting up there having a cigarette with his back turned to us. He don't see us pulling in, and the car's in front of us, and then it's like that car and 3 cars in front of them pull up, woof, 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 and then jump out. All the doors open, they jumped out, and then the car in front of us, the one he was like, I think I know, he pulled in too, jumped out, and then they see my boy, and they jump, and it's Latin Kings, and they got bats and sticks, and they chasing my buddy. We like, get in the car, get in the car. He run past us and just kept going. We like, where the heck he going? I'm like, go get him. And then they trying to pull off and run and go chase him. My buddy just went into military mode. Look how they surrounding him. He put the car, she's screaming, oh, my baby, don't do it, no. He look how they chasing him. He tried to run 2 of them over in my car. Hey, man. Don't kill nobody in my vehicle. I don't want to get no charge, but I'm like, let's go get him. Let's go get him and put him in the car. So we trying to try to get him, and then she's like, I don't want my baby caught in the mix of this. Get my baby out of here. What do I do? I'm like, let's drive through here, see if we can find him. And then we got to get her out of here. We got to come right back. So we went and dropped her off. We went through there to see if we saw him first, and then he wasn't there. I don't know where he went to this day. He went somewhere. I think we asked him, like, where did you go? He's like, man, I just kept running. I just saw everybody there. I just kept running. So anyway, he kept going, and we didn't know where he went. I don't even think they got him. So we get back, drop her off. We come back. The whole thing's over. I mean, the whole thing is over. And everybody that was in that house was gangster disciple. Like, it was the worst day ever for them to try to roll up on somebody. If they would have all came outside, them people who came there in the cars, they had no idea who was in that house that day. To show you, like, man, it was like every gangster disciple you had probably ever thought about in the history of mankind was all in that house that day. That just happened to be the day they was in the house. Nobody heard them creep up. So when no one heard them creep up, it was like the only one person that was outside was my boy blowing a cigarette. Like, there was people from the manor that was in that house. Like, they were from way out. Gangster disciples was deep in that house that day. And they pulled that in front of the house, and none of them, they had the music blaring. They couldn't hear what was going on outside of it. So they were hot that all this action happened. They chased their boy down, and he was like, man, they chumped. He got a couple of hits off him. They were just insulted that they had the audacity to come to them. So once they heard about everything that went down, and they missed out on all this action, you know, the folks from out of town, the gangsters, they looking at the people who house it is like, this what you allow here at your place? We come out here thinking this is some real gangsterness, and they gonna come on your front porch. So now the gangsters out here thinking like, man, this is embarrassing, and this is a smack in our face. We know where their neighborhood is. We going in their hood. Well, y'all better do something while I'm out here. You know, that's how it was going. So they all got all upset, angry, man. I'm like, well, I'm not gangster disciple, so y'all have a nice day. So I'm going back to the crib, because I was arguing with this girl, you know, and she had beat me and stuff, and I had to get to a phone and call her. So I used to go to the hospital where I could just go up there and use the phone at ICU. And all the time, it'd be people in there grieving, like, oh my God, I hope they pull through. And I'm on the phone like, yeah, man, you understand what just happened, man? She paged me, man, she tripping. And I mean, I had totally forgot what ICU was all about, that I was in ICU on the telephone. Not supposed to be in there, but when somebody paid you and you had to make a free call, that was it. I'd be like, let me go to the hospital, because it was right here. Where the ICU unit? Right there? Cool. Give me an outside line, return my pages. I was on. So after this, they go to the Latin Kings neighborhood, start kicking in doors. Boom, what's such and such at? Boom, I mean, knocking the girlfriends around, everything. And the gangster disciples that's with him like, yep, that's how you do it. Yep, kick with the right leg. Boom, there you go. Grab her by the hair, drag her out there. She's gonna say she don't know, smack her around anyway. That's it. Yeah, yep, that's how we do it in the city. Yep, that's how you do it out here. You see? All right, let me get the next house. So, I mean, they was like, they tore down the Michael Todd's apartments. And they was going through there rampaging, looking for him and telling we was here. This is stuff, yeah, throwing it around, taking it and stuff. Tell them we did it. So now they go back to celebrate. Now it's celebration time. It's like, all right, we got the 30-pack at Ice House. Yeah. The Ice House comes around. I come back, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why is it a party? Oh, we just went to the Kings neighborhood. Boy, we tore it up. And I'm like, y'all came back, all of y'all came back here to Nitty's crib? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, y'all kicking it all outside? And y'all just did this? Yeah. I'm out. Where you going? I'm finna bounce for a while. I don't finna be out here. So I left. Took off, got in my car, like I'm gone. The Kings came through blasting. Because they knew where they were going to be. They got a Latin king that stays 2 doors down from where they was kicking it. He lives there. They call him Chicken George. His name's George Jorge. And man, they went over there and all he had to do was make a call. And it was on. They came kicking in the doors. And I'm like, kicking in the doors, and you didn't think they were coming back? They came back blasted. Pop, 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 pop. Luckily, no one was hit. And everybody like, man, you know how to escape danger, man. And you ain't never around for the danger. I'm like, I'm not gangster disciple. In case anybody had any misconceptions about that, I'm like, I'm not gangster disciple. I knew all of you before you became gangster disciples. That's the only reason we are cool. We was cool before that fact happened. But I'm not gangster disciple. So I'm not finna participate in any of those activities. Now, if I want to rescue one of the brothers, that's a different thing. You know, I'll be, hey, get in the car to protect their life. But I'm not finna get into this. So once the Kings came back, and I'm like, y'all didn't anticipate them to come back blasting? I knew something bad was finna happen behind that. I'm like, y'all don't think. So after they did all this, now it's an all-out war between the Kings and the gangster disciples. Every time they see them, they jumping on them. And then you find out who the people that's really with you, and then you find out the people who really ain't in these situations. And I'm like, just because these dudes are real adamant in front of you throwing up gangster disciples, when the numbers ain't stacked in their favor, they ain't really GD like that. And we started to notice that, and I was like, I seen it from day one. I knew who, because I'm from the city. I could tell when people are being just too phony about it, you know? Like, I'm like, dude, I live and die by the force. I live and die. This is it, baby. It's ride or die, like X said. I'm like, yeah, buddy. It's real cool to say that at the folks' party. But there was another time that happened that everybody's skirt got pulled up, and who was real and who was fake was finna show up. And that story is for a whole nother day. But yeah, a lot of people's skirts got pulled right there. They was like, oh no, this is real. It was like, yeah, it's real. Now you really gotta be a gangster disciple. Now you really a gangster disciple, or you just talking? Because these people from the city, if you talking about you about it, they ain't finna just let you whoop all night. These dudes from the west side, and and it went down. That's a whole nother story for a whole different day. I'm out.